Dylan and I are going to drive 36 hours from Banff back to Asheville, and we're gonna do it in just like 3 to 4 days. So we're gonna take you with us. First, we're gonna go on an amazing hike. So we're gonna leave later tonight and we're gonna see how it goes, and let's do it. Okay, we just got back from our hike. We're gonna make some ramen and then hit the road and start our drive east. Uh-oh. Looks like we ran out of propane, so we will not be having ramen tonight or cooking at all on this cross-country road trip. We're gonna get going, I guess, and maybe find some ramen in town, hopefully. We'll see. Everything was meant to be because we saw a wolf on our way out of the trail, which was magical. Leaving the Canadian Rockies is so bittersweet, especially during large season. This is one of our favorite places in the entire world, and we would come back countless times. But for now, it's time to venture back across the continent to our families on the East Coast. We've driven thousands of miles in our van through changing terrains from plains to mountains to cities. In some ways, it feels like we've seen so much of the U.S., and in other ways, it feels like there are so many more roads and places to discover. There's something that never gets old about being on the road and seeing these new areas. We feel at home while we're back in the van with long stretches of driving. We're practically used to driving 8 or 10 hours in a day, spending our time listening to music, chatting with each other, and getting lost in audiobooks. We found a rhythm. But this drive across the country also feels a lot more impactful than the rest, because we have some very large changes coming. We're moving from one chapter of our lives to another, so we're trying to soak in every single moment of this long drive. Just had dinner. We've driven 4 hours, and we've got 4 hours till our next destination, and we've got to cross the border. I think we're at like number 3 or 4 fill-ups of this cross-country road trip so far. I wonder what we're going to spend on gas, and I want you guys to guess what you think we'll spend on gas. We're going from Banff all the way to Asheville, North Carolina, so let us know in the comments what you think we spent on gas. Who knew the North Dakota border was such a hot spot on a Friday night?
Yeah, there's a total of
6 cars.
6 cars.
Only 1 lane.
One semi-truck.
Yeah. Hopefully it's an easy border crossing. And just like that, we're back in the USA. Woo-woo! That was a long border crossing. He asked like 15 questions, like a lot of questions. He didn't come into the van at all, and he was really nice, but he just like asked a lot of detail.
Well, we also we kind of have a sketchy story right now because since the van broke down and we had to go back in and out of Canada over the summer.
He was like, "Where have you been in Canada?
How long have you been in Canada?" And we were like, "Since Monday this time." And he was like, "Well, how long were you on vacation?" And we were like, "Well, I don't know."
We probably shouldn't have answered Monday this time. We should have just said Monday, because then he would have been like, "Okay, peace out." But you know, we put our foot in our mouth sometimes. We talk too much. But we're here in North Dakota, our favorite state in the USA. 8 hours of driving later, and we made it to Minneapolis, North Dakota. We're sleeping at a truck stop. I'm so tired. I was falling asleep as Dylan was doing the last bit of the drive. We split it up though. We both did 4 hours. So tomorrow we're heading to Minneapolis, which is another 8 hours. But Dylan went in to get a drink. I'm gonna start setting up for bed and get in there. Good morning, everyone. It's 8 a.m. Oh, I'm so tired. But we've got 8 more hours to go to get to Minneapolis. And we have something that we have to get there for. So up and at 'em. Let's go. I seriously have PTSD from all of our breakdowns. That light just went off for tire pressure, and I was like, I thought something was horribly wrong with the van again. But Dylan's gonna get us some air in our tire, and then we're gonna hit the road again. Made a quick stop for gas and the bathroom, and I've never seen a bathroom like that before. It was a single room, but it had 2 toilets. I was like, who is going in these together? What is this situation? But anyways, so originally Dylan and I were driving from Banff to Asheville, North Carolina, because Dylan had a bachelor party and I was gonna stay at my parents' lake home, which is like just 40 minutes from Asheville. Well, if you've been following the news, I mean, I don't know when I'm going to post this video, but a huge hurricane has hit while we've been on the road, and so Asheville is like completely underwater. I'm sending like all my thoughts to anyone affected, because there's so many homes that are destroyed. People's definitely lost lives. It's horrible. It's so sad. And Florida too. Like, it's just shocking. So I don't know what we're doing, basically. Like, obviously we shouldn't head to that area. We don't want to put any more pressure on the like community there, and so I don't know what's happening with the bachelor party or where we're gonna end up by the end of this drive. Maybe we'll just head to my house and Dylan will fly to wherever they audibled the bachelor party to. Obviously that's not the worst problem at all, and luckily we have time to figure it out, but I just like, it is crazy, and it's so sad to see how many natural disasters are like affecting the earth and getting worse and worse. So that's where we're at right now. Dylan will, hopefully by the end of this drive, we'll know where we're going. The news about Hurricane Helene slowly trickled in as we made our way along this drive, and as you probably know by now, Western North Carolina was devastated by the hurricane. So many people lost their homes, lost their businesses, and some people lost their lives. Our hearts truly go out to everyone who is affected by this hurricane, in particular the area of Western North Carolina and all the other areas devastated by hurricanes this past fall. It's really loud, but we're at the Orioles game in Minnesota. So the Twins game, but we're Orioles fans. So Dylan and I went to the Orioles game because we figured out that they were playing the Twins in Minneapolis while we were passing through, and we got tickets for $12 each. Our parking cost more than our tickets to the game because we had to park in an uncovered lot, so we spent a little more on that, but crazy, the tickets were like so cheap. And the Orioles won. We're huge Orioles fans. They won 9-0, and the game was
9-2. Remember there was
oh yeah, at the very end with one out left they got a home run. Anyways, so we won 9-2, but the game was like, we were up by so much that in the end the Minnesota Twins had their catcher pitch, and it was like literally like little league pitches. I've never seen anything like it in person before. So super fun for us because our team won, and now we're back on the road and we're gonna go a couple more hours probably and then call it a night. We drove 3 more hours last night, ended up at a rest area, and now we're in Wisconsin. Even though we have a long drive ahead of us and we're headed back home to our families, we made sure to get another couple of adventures done. First, we explored the Wisconsin Dells, a well-known vacation destination in the Midwest, known for the sandstone formations that line the Wisconsin River. This place, though, is also home to humongous theme parks and entertainment areas for the whole family. unfortunately most of the Wisconsin Dells is like the access points are privately owned. So this is one of the only publicly owned areas you can access them. We don't have time to go on a boat tour or anything, so we might just have to come back. But it is beautiful, the parts that I actually can see. And also it reminds me of like Lake George in the Adirondacks, because it's a kind of touristy town, but small, like lots of billboards and advertisements for things. So clearly a vacation spot for families and things like that, but it's gorgeous. Despite not being able to see much of the Wisconsin Dells, we tried to keep the good vibes going as we continued down through the Midwest, singing and having a blast as we drove. Before stopping at Devil's Lake State Park to go on one last hike before making it across the country to the East Coast. This hike took us to various rock formations along a beautiful overlook of the lake. It was super crowded on this gorgeous sunny Sunday, and we were exhausted after a few days of driving. We ended up sweating so much more than we expected, and we didn't want to sit in our filth any longer. So we decided to stop at one of our favorite places to get a shower, Love's Truck Stop.
All clean.
Fresh and new. All new people, really.
Back on the road.
Pulled up to a rest area to sleep. This rest area apparently has like free showers, Starbucks, Panera, all this stuff. And it has an RV section over there where you can pay $20 to like hook up to electrical. I think we can park in this parking lot, but it doesn't look, there's not a lot of other cars here. So it's just kind of weird, and I get sketched out by that. But I don't know. We've driven like 7 more hours and we're 6 hours away from home, so guess we'll just should have waited on paying for showers at the truck stop. They have free showers here. If only all rest areas across the country looked like this. This was one of the nicest rest areas we've ever stayed, and we definitely didn't take advantage of it enough. There's a lot more people now. We slept for like a good 8 hours. And gonna go get some coffee and then work from the van for the day. And then at home, we're only 6 hours away. So, 30 hours down of driving, 6 more to go. Worked at the rest stop for the workday. And now we're hitting the road once again, last drive. How much longer do we have?
7.5 hours?
I think it's 6 hours. I think it's 6 hours.
I think it's 7.5.
I think it's 6. We're gonna see who's right. 6 without stops. That's what I think. Will this be our last gas stop? Probably not. Where are we? Oh gosh. We're getting dinner at Swenson's, which is my dad's favorite burger in the whole world.
We're at the Big T's.
It's a Ohio chain. His extended family's from Ohio. It's a drive-in, and we're picking up like multiple burgers to bring to my dad because he loves them that much. Swenson's.
This is a potato teaser.
What's in it?
Jalapeno and cheese, and I think like maybe potato.
Potato. That's really good. I love these.
Ow,
you must get
super
those.
Hot.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's this one.
Oh.
No everything but cheese, ketchup, lettuce. This one's mine. Everything with also cheese, ketchup, lettuce. So this burger should go in your dad's burger pile.
Yeah, we got 6 burgers for my fam. This is my burger.
These are important because We also got drinks.
Really good burger.
I got a banana chocolate peanut butter milkshake. And Lita got just plain chocolate.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Fries are good too. Dylan and I are splitting all the sides.
That teaser was good. Potato teaser.
Let's try our shakes.
Oh, look at that. Looky there.
How's it?
You guys still look kind of small.
That's why Dylan got two. They are kind of small.
Like, they might not look small in my hand, I don't know.
They are
But once
small.
you eat it, you're like, should I have gotten
Like, I don't have a big appetite.
half of one more?
And I could probably eat more than one, but I got one.
Nice thickness.
They make this the right
Yeah,
way.
that's good.
It's like vanilla ice cream with chocolate syrup.
And it's like a little hard to drink at first because it's fresh.
Alright. Success.
I find that the last stretch of a very, very long drive is often the worst. You just want to get to where you're going. The weather being bad did not help this one, and you're tired and over driving.
Dylan just drove through a downpour for like 2 hours.
Yeah, you like couldn't see in front of you.
And on the worst road ever. If you've ever been on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, it's awful. I used to have to take it all the time because Dylan and I were long distance, and he lived in Pittsburgh and I lived in DC. So we're getting gas for the last time because we're 2 hours away now from home. It's my turn to drive, which is less fun, but the rain has seemed to slow down, so let's get home. We did it. We're back at my parents' house. 36 hours. We left on Thursday night. It's Monday night. We made it. So follow along to see what's next for us.